do you remember, just to close, when we met 4 years, how long was it, 6 years or 5?
2015. So yeah,
So
6 years. Yeah.
not even six, we went in September. So let's say
Yeah.
5.5 years, right? I was in August or September, we went to New York. And
Uh-huh.
look how much the publishing field has changed since then. And even our aspirations of what we were going to do when we went to the conference, and we all wanted to be traditionally published. And we were like the big five, and then the big five became the big three or two.
Yeah.
And, so everything is changing. And here I'm now in Cairo working with a Egyptian publishing company. Like, what? Like, never in my dreams. And you're doing completely different things as well, audio dramas, and where we wanted at that time was to have our book published, one book, with a traditional publishing house. And I don't know, but I have changed. My role has changed. My what I want with my writing has changed. Same for you, right?
Yeah, because I realized that the story that I couldn't get to work back in, I think it was the one that I wanted to pitch, like it can work in an audio drama now. And
Yeah.
there's actually two stories that I had that are going to work better this way instead of a novel form. And I didn't see that back in 2015. I didn't think
Yeah.
that could
Yeah, you
work.
didn't know that was an option. You just thought that all you had to do was have it as a novel, and now you have so many other options.
Yeah, and this can be produced faster. It can reach more people. It can, the cost of entry is lower, and if I had been like, I just didn't know that was out there for me. I thought I had to do everything a certain way. And, when the agent, or not the agent, what was she? She was like a editor. So whoever was helping
Yeah,
us
the
in our
editor.
workshop, yeah.
Mhm.
When they're
Mhm.
starting to tell you like that's not going to work, change it, change it, change it, and you're like, well, what am I pitching then? Um, and then you're thinking about pitching like for the agent, for the whoever it was, that they were from those big houses. Like there was
Yeah,
someone from Scheiben and
they were
Schuster.
a Random House and Grove Atlantic.
Grove
Yeah.
Atlantic was, they were the
Mhm.
one that requested me, was Grove Atlantic. And
Yeah,
you
and
know,
Akashic Books. Those were the
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it was
And
nice. It was nice breathing that air with being in their presence. It was great. Yeah, I
it
loved it.
it was because I realized someone's interested in my story, and then I'm like, wow, I have a, but I also felt like I was too amateurish with my storytelling at the time. And you had imposter syndrome and all that other stuff,
Mm.
so that got in the way. And now I'm like, I don't care, I could just turn on my microphone and put whatever I want out to my audience. But of course I would give them something good. But I now I can do pretty much what I want, and there's no
You
rules. I
can do
just
it
got to
in
figure
different
out.
formats. You can dance it out now.
I know. I'm excited. I'm like, how? Oh, and like audio drama, we get to produce original music. That's really exciting
Really?
too. We had
Wow.
an original scoring, a guy who did scoring, who did original clips of music for it. I do look for some way to add dance to what I'm doing. I have no idea how, but that has to be like a that
That's like
I mean, yeah.
multimedia. That's like that's like hybrid. Just throw everything at it. Like drama and music and dance and like, I mean, what is that? That's a musical in the end,
Yeah, I know one of
sort
my
of.
dance friends that dances in the show before the shutdown. She does spoken word poetry, and she
Wow.
choreographs a dance to the poetry. So they're hitting different steps on different words, and it's phenomenal. Like what she does is amazing. Her name's Tyler
Yeah.
something. I can't remember, but she does, and I was like, okay, there's a space for that, because that's really freaking cool. So why not like put more of it out there? And I'm like, I've had this crazy idea for so long. I met these amazing women who do theater, and they got shut down. They did performing, can't do it anymore. So they did one woman shows, they did virtual performances. And I was like, ooh, I can do stuff like that now. Like,
Yeah,
we
you
can
can.
do that now. How
Yeah, because you can
exciting.
write and dance and, get somebody to do the music, and there you are.
Yeah, because I just thought I love so many things. Like there's always a way to combine what you love. So
And you're good at the organizing part, so you'll be able, you're good at that. Like, if I was faced with something like this, I would need your help to get it done. But I'm not like, I have so many ideas, but I just write them down. But you know, spoken word that you mentioned, that has really also branched out. Like before, people were just standing, and then it became more, you know, they were just basically, it was spoken word, and now it's becoming the movement. And I've seen them and do it in tandem, and in like multiple people do it, you know, as together.
Yeah.
So it's really different. It's, I mean, everything is just expanding, like you said. It's just like evolving, and there seems to be no end. I don't know what's going to happen in the end. It's going to be like, what are we going to be doing? I
Well,
don't
the
know.
the creative people will always create. I think that's what I've learned from COVID. Like the creative people find a way. Like they just do. Like they either write more or they do virtual shows. They
Yeah,
they produce music by themselves with synthesizers or whatever it is. They find a way. Even like my daughter's rock bands that she listens to were holding webinars, like because they knew they had to keep business going, and they were doing performances virtually. And I was like, wow, like there's no stopping people. Like they are really,
imagine.
really
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
they thought it's the death of the, you know, people who performed live there. They're like, that's it. They're never going to be heard from again. And then they found other venues and other, it's amazing how, I mean, honestly, creativity, and I can tell, I mean, just humans can evolve. We can just, we can't find a way, you know, we just
yeah.
do. I
Yeah.
think we're
And
strong. We're doing good. We're
we're
doing
very
good.
strong. And I think that's what, like, how you wrote your way out of COVID and everything. I think,
Yes,
and
I
finding
did.
creative ways to do it. Yeah.
I mean, I wrote my way out by going to college really late in life after raising 4 kids and moving like, you know, from 4 continents, and being an expat wife, and being a student, and then starting up again. It just too many things. So